while we're on the topic of Ye, what was your thoughts on that whole scenario? So just to preface it, we saw him go from telling everyone, people of color, Black people, you're Judah, what have you, exposing that, what, contracts that are being done in Hollywood and in the music industry, they're not for us, that the artist gets taken advantage of. And it's been going on for a long time, stuff like that. And I'm not talking about the Hitler stuff. Like we know when someone is just like they're on a rant. I think Ye was on a rant and he just didn't want to. He just wanted to prove that you're not gonna tell me what to think. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to tell me what to say. So we're not gonna leave that alone. We don't got to go there. But I'm just talking about the things that he was saying, that, hey, this is the truth. If we knew who we were, we would treat each other better. We wouldn't abort our babies. We wouldn't, be shooting each other in the streets. And there's people in the industry, executives, who are profiting off of music that is destructive in the Black community. What's your thoughts behind that? What do you think? Right? Was he right? Was he, did he, you know what I mean? Like, were you rejoicing? What's up?
Oh, I was hanging on every word. Every time I said, what did Ye say? I loved it, and he knows he has that power. And so I love that he used his platform for that. He's, even though it's like we try to hate him, like even people that's not awakened to the Most High's commandments, they try to hate him, but it's like you gotta love him at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's our brother. You can tell he has a heart for us, and but you can also tell there's certain things that he does that's a little unorthodox that we may not be able to grapple and understand, why he did it this way or why he said it this way. But for what he does say right, I give credit where it's due, and more power to him. Keep telling the people who they are, and for him to be on an interview like with the Jewish guy, like that was powerful too. Like just
Jewish podcast, the that he was, yeah.
And then you can tell the Jewish guy was like trying to mangle his words and say like, no, like he don't believe it. But we are Judah. We are the people.
I actually didn't even watch that interview because I didn't really even know who that guy was. Lex Friedman, I think you're talking about.
I mean, he made him popular with that interview.
I didn't know who he was. Right? Yeah.
But like that was powerful, and I'm glad, and I hope that a lot of people did their research, and I hope that a lot of people were awakened just on the simple fact that they are the people of the Bible, sometimes it takes just that. I mean, I came in with just knowing that the holidays, America's holidays were pagan. So it could just take that little mustard seed, that little word to just open up the floodgates and go down that rabbit hole of who you are and what's required of you from the Most High. So I love it. I loved everything he was doing. I wish I could do a song with him too.
Hey, man, you never know, right? You never know. And it just like it's sad for me. It was disappointing to see that all of the artists, because I grew up in Toronto, so hip hop was a heavily influenced. All of these so-called tough guy artists who have no problem rapping about killing each other were scared. You could see how afraid they were to speak in either support or even like, I don't agree with what everything Ye's saying, but you know what? There's something to people, the music that I'm putting out, I don't even know the masters to. Someone else owns it, and that person don't even look like me. They don't live in my community. They don't suffer the things that I suffer, or my people suffer from. Like, they wouldn't even say something like that. You know what I mean? It was complete denouncing of what Ye was saying, or being dismissive, or calling it anti-Semitic, yet had no problem no problem putting out content that glorifies killing our own. You know, that was a disappointing part for me. You know what I mean? And it really showed who was who.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Jay-Z didn't say nothing. You didn't hear Pete.
Pete, not even a Pete.
You know, and yeah, it's disheartening. But again, we'll never know. And this is not to excuse their actions, but we'll never know what position these artists that are on the very top are in, because they had to sacrifice a lot of things to be at that top, and a lot of evil things they had to accept to be at that top. And I'm sure there's, you know, clauses in their contract, or there's certain things that's in their life that they don't want to be put out in the public, that they may be ashamed of, because they, you know, accepted basically the devil's contract. And so, you know, I understand why they're not gonna say nothing, because they want to keep their position and they don't want to be put on blast for all the evil they've done to get to that top. And you know, like Ye said, he didn't kill nobody. You know, I'm sure there's clauses where they gotta be in a position where they need to kill someone, or they need to, you know, sacrifice someone. Like Ye said, they sacrificed his mom. So it's deeper than we'll ever know. But I understand why they're not saying nothing, but that doesn't excuse, you know, it really takes guts, like Ye has. It takes guts and a certain level of fearlessness to come out of, you know, the life that you are, and then just sacrifice it all. Because Ye lost a lot of billions, a lot of millions for just speaking, for just talking. You know, he didn't even do nothing. So
for a tweet. So and it's another part of it that is like, it just blows my mind is like, okay, so let's just use Jay-Z for an example. Billionaire status, wife is richer than him. So you mean to tell me, with all that money, that you still have no voice? Like you still worried about losing all? Like, how could you lose all that if you're this self-made billionaire? You know what I mean? It goes to show that in my eyes, that even the people at the top are still have to answer to someone. The people that we think are made and are free and nobody owns them, they still got to answer to someone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's sad. It's so, like, I cry all the time thinking about these secular artists. Like, I literally cry knowing that they are going through some deep demonic stuff over there.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's only they can get themselves out with the help of God, but they gotta want it first. You know, and a lot of them don't want to go through all that. So they're gonna get what's due for them, you know, when that time comes. But you know, I'm always gonna be proud, even if, you know, I forgot the scripture, but you know, sometimes it just takes that one person to just say something, and they may not even repent all the way. You know, that's not us to worry about. It's about, was the seed planted, you know, because the Most High is going to do the increase anyway.
That's right.
So I'm just proud that Ye and Kyrie and all those other people that even mention the word and the truth, you know, because it's better for us, because that means kingdom comes sooner for us.
So many. Okay, so you said, let me just go back to it. So you said you were almost did you ever do any writing in the secular space for anybody? You said you were about to go hard. Did you do any?
I was interning with a songwriter that wrote with G Unit's First Lady Olivia. I don't know if you remember.
I know Olivia.
Yeah. So I was interning with his camp, his writing camp, and
she needed that. She needs a whole lot of songwriting. No disrespect, but I even from back then I knew she wasn't writing her own music.
You think so? I don't know. I didn't know anything about the sister.
No, she wasn't. No,
I just knew that she was. She got her fame from the G Unit thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was the extent, because a few months after, that's when the Most High woke me up.
Wow. Wow. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay. Hey, all praises. Okay. So, and what, no disrespect, shout out to Olivia, but so like, you know, I don't want to make people think we're clowning them. We're just using it as
No, we
talking
love
point.
our people.
We love our people, yo, regardless. You know what I mean? Like, we love our people. So
Yeah.
have you seen what happened to Sierra recently? You know who Sierra is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear about this situation where she got clowned and roasted pretty much on social media for writing a song and singing a song for independent women?
Mm.
Did you hear about that?
I heard about it. I didn't
Yeah.
really
Pay attention. So no, the reason why I'm asking this to you, because she's married to a football player. He's worth millions, like
Right.
tens of millions, yet is writing a song about independent women. Now you have a song, Deed and Word, and all that. I want to know what stance you take on this independent woman uh, mission or movement that's happening, that we see. Like, it's like, you know, when you saw it in the 90s, TLC, No Scrub, you know what I mean? We see it with Beyonce, you know what I mean? Pay My Bills and all that type of stuff. Right? What's a black woman, a righteous black woman's thought on the independent woman? Good thing?
Mm. I mean, I'm striving for perfection every day, like the scripture says. So I never want people to think that I'm some perfect righteous woman, but I do the commandments, so I know what rewards come off of that.
Yeah.
For Sierra, and I'm very cautious about having people's names in my mouth, but when it comes to, I guess, you know, celebrities, it's like they're kind of asking for it, and it comes with the territory. People are going to talk about the life that is in the public.
Well,
And
you don't got to talk about Sierra. Sorry to cut you. You don't got to talk. I'm just using that as a reference point to say, like,
right.
okay, here's someone who's rich talking about married a millionaire and saying she's an independent woman. I want to know, like, okay, is that the message we should be telling our sisters, or
Of
like,
course
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Of course not. It's unacceptable. Again, I can't hold these celebrities to a high standard, and I will never do so, because everyone who does not keep God's laws are hypocrites. So they're going to do exactly the opposite of what the scripture says to do. Whether they say they love Jesus, whether they say they love God, and that they go to church and they go, you know, do these things, their actions obviously say contrary to what the scripture says. So I can't put too much, you know, effort on and judge too much, because it's like I already know they're evildoers. I mean, you know, I don't, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, but that's what the scripture says that you are. So for her to write a song about independent women is contrary to her life, one.
Yeah.
And then two, it's feeding into the societal damage that's put on our sisters.
Right.
You know, the society is really trying to push this independent woman. They've been trying to do that since the feminist movement.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's unacceptable. And for her team to even just on a business standpoint, for her team to be like, yes, Sierra, that's a good look. Like that's not a good look.
like the people are so clueless. Like, we're not gonna, you know, tap in. Like, aren't you married to a guy who has a $60 million guaranteed contract? Probably more. Like,
it's just common sense. And then it's like, you know, it's unacceptable. Like, right about you. And again, she knows, every artist in this secular music knows, if she starts talking about how she loves her husband, how she loves, you know, the life that she lives, and this is how I got here, and this is, you know, what every woman should aspire, that's not gonna get her the $1 million. And that's not gonna get her the marketing dollars. So, you know, she already knows that. So I think a lot of these artists, they kind of try to keep up with the Joneses and do music that they feel like will work. But, you know, I praised the Most High that he was like, nope, not this time, Sierra, because
Right?
everybody else was like, nope, not this time.
Well, yeah, that's how you know the frequency in the earth, is changing because nobody was falling for that. But you bring up a good point, and I once again I gotta ask you, ZEMIRA, like, do you really think there is a no, not do you really think? Do you think there's a set protocol for these? For if you want to make it, or you're a celebrity and you're an established artist, like these are the songs you got to make to get the marketing dollars. You think you believe that's what it's like? Because I can remember a time when, like, I mean, it doesn't happen anymore, but I remember when Whitney was out, she had some, nice love songs and all that type of stuff, right? So, like, but you think that's where it's at now?
Yeah, they had to stop that. Like after the 90s, you saw the shift in music.
Yeah.
The 90s was beautiful. It was like, just I'm happy, I'm in love, I want to be in love. It was beautiful music. There was raunchy music there too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was a lot of beautiful music that we can just have just a good time with. And now it's like you saw the shift after the 90s, probably starting in the 90s, just to trickle into now. It's like the destruction. And I've heard interviews of artists where they're like, if you don't say this in your lyrics, then this will happen. I'm sure a lot of that goes down.
What do you mean this? What do you mean this will happen? What?
Your career might be over.
Wow.
Just think about artists who were really at their top, and then all of a sudden, it was like
out of nowhere they're gone. Yeah.
Because they had to make a decision. Do I need to sell my soul here to keep rising to the top, or do I need to just quit this? It's not worth it. And I think that's what happens with a lot of those artists.
Man, you're going in somewhere. You're going in. Listen, and I'm just saying it so that you know what I mean. The conspiracy theorist in me. Do I believe this is a conspiracy theorist? No, but I'm just gonna coin it like that. Makes like what you just said has me thinking. Like, have you ever seen the movie American Rockstar?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's about a rock band. They go to LA and they meet up with this figure. Apparently, it's Lucifer, right? And he says, this man, and he says, "Hey, I can make you famous. Da, 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 da. All you need to do is ABC." They do it. All of a sudden, they're trending upward. Songs on the radio, touring, all that. And then he comes to them again and says, "Hey, I need a song about violence." Yeah. He's like, I need a song about violence, or I need a song about sex, or I need right? Like, he comes to them and starts asking them to do that. And it's like, when I see movies like that, and then I hear like you saying like, yeah, they gotta sing about certain things or else bye. You know what I mean? It just, the conspiracy theorist in me is like, what? Like there's no way all of these things are coincidences. But I digress.
Hey, you know what? I always say in Hollywood, anything can go down.
Right.
I don't put nothing past them. Like, that's why I'm not too big on getting the record label. I don't want to sign nobody's contract.
So you're not signed. You're not a signed artist.
No. No. I have a master administrative collector. So I signed with them, but it's different. They just help me find all my master position. So that's nothing. But
okay. You're not signed. Okay, we're gonna talk about that, but I want to save that for the business part of the conversation. Okay. Right. Okay. So I gotta tell you, ZEMIRA, there's 2 times in my life I felt I really appreciate it. 2 times. 2 times. Before the truth, I went, I'm a dark-skinned brother, back, when I was coming up, 2000, like late 90s, early 2000, I guess dark skin wasn't in or whatever, right? Especially up in Canada, you know what I mean? So we didn't get a lot of love. We got clowned actually. Until I went to my friend was getting married in Houston, and I traveled to Houston, And, you know, I was walking down the street and I felt, you know what I mean? You know, that Southern hospitality, you felt that love, you know, I mean, like, man, I feel appreciated as a Black man. Oh, this is what it's like down here. This is nice. You know what I mean? I like this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not being, you know what I mean, frowned on and looked at funny. And then people are saying hello and smiling at you. I'm like, oh, this is what it's like to be a Black man. That was the first time. The second time I felt appreciated in my life, really appreciated, is when I heard, "Thank you, Israelite man."
Oh.
Yes, 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 yes.
Wow.
That is the second time I felt truly appreciated, because that song, you encompass and embody, like it's like you understand how hard it is for us.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And you wrote to that, and he did it, and he just captured it perfectly. So how does ZEMIRA, Israel, how are you able to write from that point of view, and where do you come up with your content matter? Like, you're like a beautiful writer, So please give us insight to the creative process.
Oh, thank you so much, brother. I'm so happy to hear that
Yeah.
it touched you like that.
Yeah, no cap, all facts.
All praises to them. That was the goal. So
Yeah.
hallelujah to that. Well, firstly, I grew up loving a Israelite man. So, you know, I watched my dad growing up. You know, I know how hard he tried to do certain things to provide for his family and take care of his family and all that. And then I married an Israelite man.
All praises.
You know, so, you know, it wasn't hard for me to kind of put my shoes in theirs a little bit, try to fit it and write, you know, something that I know they'll appreciate and feel loved and feel seen. So that was an honor for me to do that too. So but the writing process, I think I started with the hook with that one. I remember I was in the bathroom doing my hair. So, and my Lord, and he played the track. So I heard it in the background. So a lot of times if I love the track, I'll immediately write to it.
Okay.
So I had to pause, I had to write it down in my phone and all that. So yeah, the writing process is I just try to come from a real pure, honest place, you know, because I know that's what's really going to translate with the people. I got to be authentic. So I try to be as possible.
Yeah, man. You really like, you really hit, like, you really know how to make your songs resonate with like, for a woman to be able to write about showing her appreciation for a man, like that's exactly what us men, that's all we want. We don't need no Jordans, we don't need a PlayStation 5. Just let me know you appreciate, you see what I'm doing, you see how hard it is, and that you appreciate it. You know what I mean? So, man, another song that will live forever by the grace of the Most High. So thank you for that. Thank you, my sister. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to get into, and I'm sorry, I got to look over here because, you know, it's a lot, man. You've been nominated for so many awards, so many awards. But let's start with Z Tribe. Talk to me about Z Tribe. We'll start there and we'll work our way through it. So what is Z Tribe?
Oh, I love the Z Tribe. They are the supporters. They're the ones that listen to the music constantly, daily. They're the ones that go to my site, purchase my merch, purchase the songs. They're the ones that follow me on all the social platforms, the streaming music platforms. They're my supporters, you know. And I never want to take them for granted. So I'm always shouting them out. I'm always talking to them because they need to know that without them, I wouldn't be me. Because without an audience, an artist really has nothing, because their art is to be for others. So if they don't have the others, then is not going to be as impactful. So I always try to, and I have a little group on Facebook that is is people who subscribe to the mailing list. And one day I was like, okay, what should I call you guys? Like, like you need a name because I know I see different
the Beehive, Beyonce has the Beehive, and
yeah.
Nicki
And
Minaj has the Barbs. Yeah. So you
I made a little poll in the group and had different ones. I had like Z fams, I had like different ones, and Z Tribe was the one that won. So
hey.
just that.
So what's the name? Because I ain't in the Z Tribe. I'm trying to get my membership. I don't know if you still take your applications or not, but the bro trying to get in. I need to know where I can get in and submit my application for the Z Tribe. So where on Facebook can I find access? I know I can go to your site, but you said there's a group on Facebook. What's it?
You just type in Z Tribe in the search and it should pop up.
Okay.
And but it's also on my site. If you go to the bottom of my site and type search, just type in Z Tribe and search, and the blog should pop up. But well, first you gotta subscribe to the mailing list.
Okay.
And on the site, once you go to the homepage, on the top it says Join Z Tribe. Click that, put your email, your name, and you're in. And then, of course, accept the thing in your email, and then you come to the Facebook and I ask you what's your email. Then I go check in my mailing list to see if you subscribe, and then I add you.
Okay, I'm doing it as we speak. Join Z Tribe. I see it right there. Sign up. All right. So once I do this, I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't gotta.
But that's just the extra.
Oh, what's that? No, I didn't hear you there.
You're already in.
I'm already in. Okay. All right. She said I'm in, y'all. She said I'm in. All right. So this is good.
That really helps. The mailing list helps me because, like I said before, they tried to shut my YouTube down. They already gave me a strike for posting certain things. So I'm just looking forward to, Facebook, any of them shutting my page down and losing all of the followers, and then I would have to start from scratch. But the mailing list is promising because people rarely change their emails, so I could always contact the Z Tribe via email.
Yeah, no, no, that's an excellent idea. I know you got a team probably and people advising you, but do you think you should set up a separate YouTube so that you can post some of the other stuff so that they can't take down your art and stuff like that? What do you think?
That's true. I have another YouTube that's just ZEMIRA Israel. That was the first one I did when I was in the truth. But I could do that. Like just post that stuff.
Just to preserve your, you know what I mean, what you got going on and your subscribers, right? You're telling me it's a good idea. You actually gave me that idea. I don't know if you meant to do it, because when we were talking back in December and I found you on my other channel and I reached out and I'm like, hey, you gonna, would you mind doing it? You're like, yeah, no problem. And I'm like, and you asked me, you're like, are you gonna post the interviews on this channel? And I don't know if you remember asking me that, but you asked me that. And it got me thinking like, maybe I should just create a separate channel for my interviews so that things don't get convoluted, because on that other channel we speak about things that people may not understand unless they, you know what I mean, unless they go and do the research. And like we know, a lot of people ain't going to do the research. They're just going to take it for face value, and then they're just going to run with it if it's fits a narrative they want to paint. So I said, you know what, let me create a separate space for it so that it's a safe space, and you know what I mean, we don't got to worry about none of that type of stuff. So it was actually I credit you for that. You're the one who put that in my head, right? So yeah, man. Yeah.
Great, brother. You're an awesome orator, and I'm just enjoying myself. It's like I'm talking to my brother, and that's how it's very, very organic.
Oh, praises. That's the way I wanted it to be. So we're gonna talk about Cover Girlz, and it won World Songwriter Award. Sheesh. Like you're big time, yo. World Songwriting. Okay, how does this work? Did they find you, or did you have to submit it for consideration? How does that work?
Yes, I do have to submit. So I find these awards and they won't know you until you submit. So they have a whole, each one of them has a little different process, and then I just read their rules and I submit the song I think that they would like. And I go to their past winners and I see, okay, okay, and then I try to pick a song that I feel like they may consider to nominate, because it's up to them, it's up to the organization
You're right.
as to whether they'll nominate the person or not, or have them win.
Yeah, and I've seen like 'cause obviously I follow you on Instagram, like you've been imploring people to vote and stuff like that. So was this one where people had to vote, or they just selected your track, or what? They chose you to be the winner. How did this one work? The writer songwriter award.
Yeah, the World Songwriting Awards was not a fan voting one. It was literally, it was their panel. So they were the ones choosing, and they get like thousands of entries like every quarter. So I was very blessed that they chose that one to be the winner.
Oh, praise it. What, man, that's like you're already certified. Like the streets know you're certified. You know what I mean? The culture knows you're certified. Like we already know you're high level, like you're, you know what I mean, you're a top of top, as we would say over here. But for them to give you that cosign, it must be like, it must feel good, man. It must be like, what does that feel like? Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, because it's just confirmation and affirmation, because it's like, these are total strangers.
Right.
And they don't know me from a can of paint, and they're just listening to my song, and maybe they'll go into my catalog, see my whole thing, shebang, and they make a decision against other entries, and that's a beautiful. I praise the Most High for it.
Yeah. So then what happened? So I know obviously not every how will I say it, a group is like the Grammys and has huge budgets and sends trophies or whatever. But what like, did you get a trophy? Do you get anything like of that nature, or what with the
with the World Songwriting Awards? I got them right behind me. This one.
Wow. Oh my goodness, man. Hey. Oh, praises.
It's beautiful.
That must feel good.
They sent it. They sent it over.
Yeah. I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I love when our people get confirmation that they doing, they on the right path. They touching lives, right? So so let's go. So then you won the X-Poze-ing Music Award, Best Christian Song category for Israel. Israel's like, man, I don't know if you got the analytics on number singles, but that thing should be multi-platinum. The amount of people I hear playing that song. You know what I mean? That song should be multi-platinum. So that's dope. Akademia Awards for R&B. Okay, so Woolly Hair Anthem. So you wanted to know, tell me about that now, because obviously that song is big time as well. So what's the Akademia Awards?
Yes, they are another awards organization, and they do a lot actually. They do promotions and everything, but that's like a separate service that they give. But yeah, that one I applied for that one too, and I was surprised. I think that was the first one in the truth. That was the first.
Wow. Was this a fan voting, or was this wow? I'm so lucky to be able to talk to you, y'all. Y'all, you understand? Like I'm interviewing a celebrity here, like Oh my goodness. Okay. So then you won Homegrown Music Award for Best Christian Vocal Performance, and that's the one with La La Music.
Yes, I won 2 awards with them for this year.
Wow.
Yep, the Sistar song, and then just a general vocal performance.
Wow. Okay. And once again, fan voting, or you got it back there too.
You know it.
Look at this, man. You need a mantle to have these up there, bro.
I need to get
Not-
something.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Ah, man.
You can't really
All
see.
praises. I can see him. I can see him. We can see him. We can see him.
They're nice.
Yeah. And then you're the current finalist for the Gospel Choice Music Award in 4 categories: Female Artist of the Year, Song of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, Urban Inspirational Artist of the Year. And your husband is a finalist for the producer. Now, for all 5 of these categories, are you submitting the art for all of these? Or are they saying, nah, we're using, okay, so you submit it. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So this is coming up. You got April 15th. To the deadline is April 3rd. That's the voting period?
Yes, it starts because we did the first round already, that ended. And thanks to the Z Tribe and all the voting, was limited voting, we got to the finalist round. So hopefully we get to win with this last round. But this last round is not unlimited. You only get 1 vote.
Okay.
And you get to do that 1 vote before April 30th.
All right. So you got talk to the people, man. Tell us how. I know you've done it before, but give us just a quick breakdown. How do we go and vote?
Yes, April 15. You could submit your 1 vote at gospelchoicemusicawards.com. And I always have the description on the cover photo of my Facebook, and every YouTube post that I make is always going to be in the description, and all my categories, my 4 categories, and my Lord's 1 producer category. So those, you just need to submit 1 ballot. Just click all our categories, and that's it for this round. You just need to do it.
Okay, let's support our girl and her Lord, Bez, doing big thing. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that as soon as we get through. I'm gonna definitely go and vote. Actually, no, I gotta wait till the 15th. So so in 2 days, we're gonna take care of that.
Thank you.
No problem, sis. And then Issa Award, Issa.
International Singer-Songwriter Association Award. Yes.
Okay, so Bez got songwriter, the male song. I didn't even know he writes songs.
Well, you see, this is when you get deep into the music business.
Yeah.
Producers and instrumentalists are songwriters.
Really?
Because they're writing the composition of the instrumental.
Didn't know that. So
whether they're doing it by pen or on a software.
So a guy like Timberland,
he's a songwriter. He gets publishing. Yep.
What? He would get a pub. Oh yeah, that he made the beat, so he would get a publishing. So that's what publishing is for producers. They are considered like songwriters as well, a writer. So they get a publishing check for the beat. So there's not no separate like, oh, beat check or you getting.
No,
that's how
you're a writer in the song. You wrote the song. You wrote the instrumental of the song, and I wrote the lyrics of the song.
Oh wow, you're giving us game, free game, y'all, free game. No, that's good. We're gonna talk more about this. Let's just get through these awards because I want to go do a deep dive into the business.
Thank you.
Yeah. So then we have
the Issa.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The Issa, I'm sorry. That one is currently happening. So I need all my Z Tribe every day to go to the site and vote for all of our categories, me and my Lord's category. So my Lord has 2 and I have like 6. But it's quick. I did a little 1-minute tutorial showing you how I do it because I get to vote too. So I only get 1 vote per day.
Okay. And this is issaawards.com, I'm assuming?
Yeah, this is Issa is it org or .com? I'm not sure, but it's gonna be in my description and on my post.
And you send me the links to I'll put it in the description when I post this interview as well.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. No, come on. The least I could do. And then we got last currently nominated for 4 awards, fan voting: Atlas Elite Entertainment Music Award, Rampage Music, Rhythm of Gospel, voices of gospel music. There's a lot going on here. There's a whole lot, and this is I think it's for one song. One is up for champion song, and then a bunch of other nominations.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. The Atlas and the Rampage are not fan voting, but the rhythm and the voices, those already finished. Those I'm just waiting to see if I win or not.
Okay. And so let's talk about this. How do you find all of these awards? Is this just a Google search or?
Oh yes. I'm like a little detective. I just Google it. I just Google, it's a lot of independent artists, awards and organizations out there, and I just had a whole document list of them, and I just did it. Now the Issa one, I found that one out from Lala because she did that one a couple years ago and won.
Okay.
And she's also up for awards as well this year, so I found that one from her. So that was part of the list. So yeah, I just find them and I submit.
Okay, so the detective in me wants to know: do any of them come with a check? Because they should be giving you a check.
No, I think because they have a platform too, so it helps. Like if they repost my stuff, and then also the accolades help because I've already shared this with the Z Tribe via mailing list, but I have a whole master plan behind these awards.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to be a Grammy voter so that, me and my Lord trying to do that. So in the application process, they do ask you, what are your accolades? So I'm trying to, I didn't have much. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and submit these. When I do my application, which I already did, I already submitted it. And hopefully next month I'll see if I'm an official Grammy voter.
And what's the mindset behind becoming a Grammy voter? What's the master plan?
Well, you heard about artists saying that they were snubbed for the Grammy.
Yeah.
A lot of cases it's not that, because the Grammy, just like every other awards organization that I've been a part of, they all have their set rules on how you need to submit and how their deadlines and all that. So you have to do that. So if the artist team doesn't submit their information that the Grammy people need, the Recording Academy, if they miss a deadline, they're not going to be on the ballot, right? They're not like that special where if they don't, they gotta abide by the rules. So, and then on top of that, only Grammy voters get to vote for the people on the nominee list. So that means that the artist needs to have their entire team be made Grammy voters, so that they can get their
vote. Yeah.
So, so a lot of times, and you'll hear it, like I'll Google Grammy voters and I'll listen to them advocate about that. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be a Grammy voter because the brother, Nagaris, because you have to have 2 recommendations. He recommended me. So I'll praise him all the time. So, Lord's will, if I get in, I'm going to get my Lord in.
All praises.
Lord's will, if Lala doesn't get in before me or after me, I'll get her in. All my circle is going to get in, right?
Then you're going to get your bro in. Man.
They have a thing where it's a music professional thing section. So yes, you could be a voter because you're a music professional. You do podcasts. You do all around the music thing. So yes. So everyone, my circle, I'm trying to get them in because the more votes I get and the more relationships I build, the more votes I get and the better chances to win an award.
Okay, so you mean to tell me, my sis, that, and I'll just use an example, you may not know this one, like there was a year, it was back 2014, 2015, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and this white rapper named Macklemore, all of them up for album of the year. You mean to tell me behind the scenes that the vote, it was just a bunch of voters, and it could have been that Macklemore had more people on his team that were voters, is the reason why he won instead of Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
It could be a big reason, because you got to think about it. The bulk of Grammy voters do not look like us.
Yeah, facts.
So if you don't know their ins and out, you don't read their website, their rules, their deadlines, and you don't get your whole crew in there, your whole crew needs to be a voter.
But is that possible to get your whole crew to be in there? Like,
yeah, because you can only get in there with 2 recommendations. They have the whole requirements on their site, but you have to get 2 recommendations. It could be either from a non-Grammy voter, or it could be from a Grammy voter. But of course, the Grammy voter is going to be the stronger recommendation, right?
Right.
So you just get them in.
Wow.
You just get them in.
Amen.
And that's how it works. And in this business, it's all about relationships too. So if you build your relationships, you know, your brand is on point, you're on point as a person, as a spirit. I mean, But again, a lot of these people, and there's when you watch them, they're saying, oh, they're trying to be more inclusive, they're trying to, you know, think about us more and stuff. But when you look at it, they don't look like us.
No, but
don't look like.
No, you facts, but you know where that came from, right? Because I've been following the game, I've been studying it a little bit, and I would see certain artists, Black artists, complaining, like, and they had it in their lyrics and all that, and they would say like, yo, they want us to perform at the Grammys, use our image and likeness to get the eyes, because they know people only they only showing up to see the, you know, us perform, you know what I mean, with the hot, you know what I mean, like, but then when it comes to giving the awards, they're giving it to, you know, someone else who's not of the culture, you know what I mean?
You gotta play the game. You gotta play the, you gotta know their rules. If you don't play by the rules, shoot, if you because it's a win-win. If you perform on the Grammy night, that's a lot of viewers, that's millions of people gonna watch that, right? So it's a win-win for the artists, whether they complain or not. So like, you know, they might get paid to be performed, or they'll just get the viewership, right? It's a big deal. So the Grammys are not stupid. It's a business at the end of the day. They're not for profit, but it's a business.
Yeah.
And you got to play by the rules.
No, I feel you, but do you think to an established artist like Beyonce, does she care if she gets the views she's already made? I think she would rather win the award, no?
Well, yeah, like an artist like that.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. You gotta play by their rules, and you gotta know the rules to play the game.
But again, you don't hear that in their rap lyrics. You don't hear, I had my whole crew be a voting member, and then you don't hear that part. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
You just hear the complaining.
Yeah, you're 100% right on that, because I didn't, until you just broke it down. It took ZEMIRA Israel from Texas to break this down. All these guys complaining about this, right? I ain't showing up to the Grammy no more. We doing our own awards, whatever. But none of them actually broke it down on how the system works. Ain't that our people though? Ain't that our people though? Like, we don't even, you know, we ain't reading. You know what I mean?
Artists are not even reading their contracts.
Right.
So what makes you think they're gonna go to Grammy.com and go in their about section and their requirements and their rules? What makes you think they're gonna go in?
Wow.
They got a whole team that's supposed to be doing that for them. So that's on the team too.
Facts. Man. Shout out to you, ZEMIRA. Shout out to you, man. Let me get through all of this, man. We got to make sure we talk about all this. Okay, so we got Canvas Rebel Magazine. What's that?
Oh, that was a blog written on me on the magazine. So that was good press. So I appreciate that.
Nice. Shout out to Canvas Rebel. Is that like a gospel magazine or Christian magazine or anything like that, or?
No, it's a secular one.
And did you have to submit to, or they found you?
Did they find me? I don't know. I might have submitted. Okay. Because they have a thing on the bottom where you can what's it called? Suggest people.
Okay, nice. Shout out to Canvas Rebel. We talked about the woolly hair. Hit music, business advocacy, brand and service. What's that? Hit music.
Yeah.
What is
That's
that?
like a little sub brand, a branch of my music where I solely talk about the business part, and I encourage other artists to really know their business, because it's one thing to be talented and gifted, but if you want it to be lucrative, then you need to know the business. And why not, make it lucrative? Because it's your gift. It's supposed to make room for you. So,
yeah.
a lot of I hear a lot of nonsense about artists don't do this for money, and
Yeah.
I mean, who does? I mean, you love you love the music, you love what you do. It's nice to be paid for it, and you won't get paid properly if you don't know the business. So hit music is all about the business side of the music, and I dabble into the artistic side, but it's more so about the business, the music business.
All right, so I'm going to finish this, then we're going to circle back to the business. Monetary, non-monetary, wants to support my business. Send super chats when you go live on YouTube and Facebook. Now, do you have certain days you go live on YouTube and Facebook? I almost wanted to go live on YouTube and not YouTube, Facebook with this interview, because I ain't ready for the YouTube. It's like so much going on. It's hard enough having the conversation and getting my camera right and making sure the kids are in bed. You know what I mean? I almost want to go live, but do you have certain days that you go live?
Nope. I mean, I try to look at my analytics and see what days and time that Z Tribe is on certain platforms, because it shows that to me in the back end. But normally I'm just like, I just pop up.
Let's pull up. Yeah. Hey, let's go live tomorrow on IG, man. Me and you, we're gonna promote. Let's go live tomorrow on IG. We're gonna promote the interview we just did.
I would love it.
All right, man. We'll see. We talk to your Lord first. I ain't gonna, shout out Bez. We talk to your Lord. You know what I mean? We lock that in. And then you got buy merch and music. ZEMIRA Israel. Obviously the collections, and you can MP3s and all that on the website.
Yes, ZEMIRAIsrael.com.
Do people still buy MP3s?
Yeah, I think I get some sales.
Okay. And the platform, like I see people using Bandcamp. Now this is this purchasing of the MP3 is integrated into your site. So it's not through a third party distributor or anything like that. They just go to your site. It's gonna download right to the computer.
I'm all about ownership. All about ownership. So as many times as I could cut the middleman out, the better. So yes, I do use Shopify though. Shopify is the platform that I use for my website. So you go on my site, you buy it, you get the email, download it, you're good.
What? And then you can donate. Cash App. In Canada, we don't got Cash App. But we have PayPal. But $ ZEMIRA Israel. Yes, you can donate there. Okay, we good there.
ZEMIRA Israel on PayPal too. Info is my email. info@ZEMIRAIsrael.com. Okay,
I'm gonna post all of this in the link. Sorry, in the caption section, or in the description section on the YouTube. So don't worry about that. We got you covered. No problem, man. We just love your art, and we're here to support you.